We don't want to shift and mislead people by explaining events in a wrong way, but for our own understanding. See, when you talk to others, you cannot come to a non-12 or imami and explain to him or her the events that are happening globally in context of our understanding of the 12th Holy Imam. You just can't. They'll mock you, they'll laugh at you. That's when they're going to roll their eyes and they say, oh God, you just sound like a Jehovah's Witness. We can't do that. But for our own presence, for our own understanding, we need to understand today's events in context of the 12th Holy Imam. Why? Because then and only then you will truly understand the process of appearance of the Holy Imam. Again, if you examine deep in your minds, when it comes the event of the 12th Holy Imam's occultation, it happened 1200 years, it was an instant and he's gone. His appearance, it just happens and he shows up. From there to there, it's a missing link in our minds. And we cannot be part of the occultation or the appearance if we're missing this 1200 years. That's why I titled these lectures as a community in occultation. It is not the Imam that is in occultation. We are in occultation. We are the ones who stepped back and said, okay, we're done. We're just waiting. And what kind of waiting? Waiting where we're just sitting down doing nothing. Today, we need to examine every event. If the Imam alayhi salam, see, theologically, on the level of theology and understanding and belief, we say, لَوْلَا الْإِمَامِ لَسَاخَتِ الْأَرْضُ بِمَا عَلَيْهَا. If it wasn't for the Imam's present, the Imam being present, the earth would cease to exist. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? Right? I might have just went too far with that thought tonight, huh? Sallu ala Muhammad. If we start with the thought, with the idea, with the principle, with the base, with the premise, that if it's not with the Imam, this earth would cease to exist, it means every intricate detail is dependent on him. So you want to tell me the rise of a country, the fall of a country has nothing to do with the Imam? Has everything to do with the Imam. Now understand what's happening in that context. Stop putting the pieces of the puzzles together. Because I assure you, I stand confident, not arrogant, confident about this statement. You will never taste the beauty of believing in his appearance if you cannot live the fact that you're part of this history. You're either part of the making of it or the delaying of it. And the worst part is not if you're part of the making or delaying, if you're completely oblivious of it. In my humble opinion, most of us are in the third category. We're oblivious of the system. And this is why, dear brothers and sisters, it's important to understand and keep on reminding ourselves of what happened in Karbala. What happened to the women and the children in Karbala. Let us go a few moments to Karbala and to those seconds and instant after Imam Hussein alayhi salam was martyred in the land of Karbala, and as the women and children started running in the deserts of Karbala, everyone calling for Imam Hussein. They say a young girl, she was running, falling on the ground. She would pick herself up, she would run again, fall. There was one enemy of Allah, one soldier soldier. He looked at her. She looked at him as he was coming closer to her. He said, he looked at what she had. They say she looked at him and said, Ya Hada, leave me alone. They say she was wearing an earring as she tried to run away from him. He tried to hold her, he tried to grab her. She was not able, he hit her with his spear. They say she fell on the ground. Then this enemy of Allah couldn't get the earring off of her ear. He grabbed it, causing her ear to bleed. Dear brothers and sisters, they say Lady Zainab alayha salam, after things settled, she went around gathering the women and the children. She saw this young girl laying on the ground of Karbala. This young girl, this young child, they say Lady Zainab alayha salam, she took this young child in her lap. She started running her hands on the head and the face of this young child. This young child opened her eyes. She looked at Lady Zainab. You know what was the first thing she asked Lady Zainab? She did not ask Lady Zainab for some water. She did not ask her for something to eat. She said, Amma Zainab, Lady Zainab, give me something to cover my head with. What happened to us, Auntie Zainab? Ya laytana kunna ma'akum sadati fanafuza fawzan 'azima. Gharib Hussein Mazloom Hussein Shaheed Hussein. Everyone with me. Gharib Hussein Mazloom Hussein Shaheed Hussein. One more time. Gharib Hussein Mazloom Hussein Shaheed Hussein. We ask Allah to accept the little we are offering. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to forgive us. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to guide us. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to revive our hearts. We ask Him to accept the little we are offering and the blessings of recitation of Surah Al-Fatiha, which we offer to all the deceased ones after the Salat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Ya Hussein,
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 Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein,
Ya Hussein.
जब रिदा सर से छिनी मैं सदा देती रही नाराज़ी जब रिदा सर से छिनी मैं सदा देती रही नाराज़ी आले इमरान का और रमज़ान का ये बहन कैद हुई नाराज़ी जब रिदा सर से छिनी मैं सदा देती रही नाराज़ी हमको पानी ना मिले तेरी खुशबू तो रहे तेरे बाजू में कटे चाहे मशकी सच दे हमको पानी ना मिले तेरी खुशबू तो रहे तेरे बाजू ना कटे चाहे मुश्किल साची दे ये मगर हो ना सका तेरे बाजू से जुदा मुझ पे है दशना नबी तू नाराज़ी जब सर से छिपी मैं सदा देती रही तू नाराज़ी धूप में सूखा शजर उससे आबाद था घर रहना मेरे सर क्या नहीं तुझको खबर धूप में सूखा शजर उससे आबाद था घर रहना मेरे सर क्या नहीं तुझको खबर है अलमदार वफा इस बहन को बाखुदा उससे ढास बड़ी नाराज़ी रिदा सर से छिनी मैं सदा देती रही नाराज़ी क्या सकीना से कहूँ है मेरे दिल के सकूँ हाय पानी के लिए बह गया सब तेरा खून अब कोई आस नहीं तू मेरे पास नहीं रस्सी शानों में बंधी तू नाराज़ी जब रिदा सर से छिनी मैं सदा देती रही तू नाराज़ी तो यारे हान कलाम करके ये बात रखा खून में डूब गया
छीनी मैं सदा देती रही तू ना या हुसैन